Hey everyone, Mr. Sujano here. In this video, we're taking a look at a Fightstick mod I didn't even know I needed. And it's right there, the Player LED PCB from BitBang Gaming. Let's get started. Alright, to kick things off, BitBang Gaming sent me this PCB just for my opinions on it. They didn't even ask for a video, but I was so impressed with it, well, here we are. The PCB itself is fairly small. There's 4 LEDs on it. The whole purpose behind it is to provide your player indicator. It lets you know if you're connected as first, second, third, or fourth player. The colors of the LEDs currently come in red, blue, white, or green. I have the red version. The logo on the top left is for the Murakumo Corporation. It's a Japanese arcade retailer. They gave the idea and asked BitBang Gaming to create something that would be easy to use and small. They helped out with the graphics, gave size guidance, and BitBang Gaming came up with the rest. That's why their logo's on it. There's also a secondary one here, but it doesn't contain LEDs. The purpose behind the secondary one is to provide sizing and guidance in case you have to do any drilling. They also provide double-sided tape, 2 sets of LED light pipes, long ones and short ones, as well as a cable. This one plugs directly into a Brook USB. You don't have to mod it at all. Now for this video, I decided to use my Hori Real Arcade Pro 4 Kai. This is more or less my project stick. Whenever I'm testing out some buttons or a joystick or even a PCB, I tend to use this stick here. It's a production stick, but it's also very easily modded. Now I wasn't quite sure on where I wanted to put these LEDs, if I wanted to put them on the front, on one of the sides here, but I did see a slot just in the cable compartment here that would fit very well, just under the front top panel. If I wanted them kind of hidden, there is a really nice spot on the side, but I do want to show these off in a very visible place, and just under that top panel I think is the best place for it. You won't even see this when the cable door is on. If you have a Brook USB with headers, the connector fits right here. There's no modding, no soldering required. I do recommend taking the time to figure out where you want to mount the board and also where you want to run the cables. Fortunately, this cable is very long. There are a few different ways to mount this PCB. One of those ways is by drilling it. Now there are a couple of ways to set this up. One, you can get a marker, use the drill guide, and just put the marker through the holes in the drill guide and make some dots on your fight stick. From here I can just drill the holes that I traced on the board, but this does leave room for error. I mean, you can measure each dot to make sure it's perfect, but there's still room for error. For the initial holes, I used 1/16 of an inch drill bits. These bits are a little bit smaller than the holes, but at the same time it's easier to make the hole bigger than trying to make the hole smaller once you made it too big. Fun fact, it's not a smart idea to drill while looking through a camera lens. My very first hole I made was not where I wanted it to be. Quickly checking the first hole here with the drill guide because I knew I screwed up. The first hole is a little bit too low and a little bit too far right. I can't place this board where I wanted to. I have to do something new here. So if you are drilling your fight stick here, my preferred way to use this drill guide, and probably the way it was intended to use it, is to use the double-sided sticky tape. Just stick it to where you want it and then drill through the holes. I mean, this way works really well and I don't have to worry about damaging the drill guide because this is the whole purpose of it. I will say though, the drill guide isn't foolproof. If you're trying to drill this while looking through a camera lens, you might just drill on an angle and things might not line up perfectly, and that's what happened here. You can see that the hole for player 4 is a little bit higher than the rest. But that is one of the reasons why I used a smaller drill bit. I can expand these holes if I wanted to, and it's not really that big of a deal. Before I went any further here and decided to mount the PCB and close up my fight stick, I just wanted to make sure everything was working correctly. I couldn't believe how bright these LEDs were. They're insane. I also didn't even need to drill. The LEDs are so bright that they shine through the white plastic on the top. That's crazy. So I guess another piece of advice here, double check to see if you even need to drill. I mean, if you do, they're incredibly bright. But if you don't, you still might be able to see them. Now, if you want to use the included light pipes, there's 2 different sizes here, long ones and short ones. you will have to drill, and you'll also have to make wider holes than I did here. They won't fit in these small holes. So if you were like me and drilled the holes ever so slightly off center, well, now's your chance to drill those holes a little bit bigger and square everything up. The light pipes fit right into the pre-drilled holes in the PCB. There's no modding necessary. There are a few different ways to mount the PCB inside your Fightstick. You can use the holes on the top and the bottom in the center there just to screw it in. Or you can just use double-sided tape, and that's my preferred method, especially if you have a clear Fightstick. You just have to tape it up, line it up, and stick it in. And that's really about it. I can't see it going anywhere. You can see the cable door hides everything perfectly. This wasn't a bad spot to choose. I elected not to go with the light pipes in this temporary setup, and I am happy with the results. This is what it looks like when it's plugged into my PC sitting in third player mode. Now, taking a quick look at BitBang's website, one of these is priced at $14.95. That includes the main PCB, the drill guide, the wiring, both sets of light pipes, and the double-sided tape. So let's talk about whether or not this is worth it. And the short answer here is yes, and the long answer here is yes. If you have a Brook UFB, if you're a Fightstick modder, this might be something up your alley, and it's definitely something I would recommend if you want that nice pristine build. I mean, this is flashy. Not a lot of Fightsticks out there do have this player indicator LED, and I would recommend it on your next build. If you want to go the raw route like I did here, if you want to do the light pipes, you can. If you want to just stick it under a clear plexi, you can. The applications are almost endless. And furthermore, it won't break the bank. This is only $14.95. It's not a very expensive mod. I will say though, when I was initially looking at this, it only came in 4 different colors: red, white, blue, and green. But it looks like they added 3 additional colors here: orange, yellow, and amber. So if the color you're looking for isn't on this list, I would recommend joining their Discord, and I'll leave a link in the description below, because they update their stuff very regularly and they do listen to customers. If you're looking for something custom or something just a little bit different, let them know and maybe it'll make it into production. But anyways, that is all I've got for today. Let me know your thoughts on this Player LED PCB in the comments below. If you like this video, leave a like. If you didn't like this video, leave a like. Hit that subscribe button, check out my other videos. Thank you everyone, take care.